On both sides. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to caution you right now to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, Minnesota. Touch them up.
This episode of the podcast is being recorded on October 20th, 2018. Good morning! Have Fun OTI fans. How are you guys today? Welcome to another episode of Have Fun on the Indys. You can catch us on Twitter at Have Fun OTI. Catch us on Twitter at Have Fun OTI. There you'll find all of our links to our slew of social media accounts, from Instagram to Facebook, our YouTube page, SoundCloud page, Vimeo archive. You can find it all. So, I'm Abe.
Allie is evil now. Rosemary saved her from the undead realm.
What? None of that makes any sense. Allie is evil now, and she got saved from the undead realm.
By Rosemary.
By Rosemary. So what does that mean? You want her?
The bunny demon is back together.
Dude, where did you get that from? You've been watching Impact stuff, huh?
Yeah, I watched Impact. Allie snapped last night with her dark hair instead of blonde, and
Really?
I guess she's evil now.
That's pretty crazy. I know that it was like it's not TNA anymore. Impact was a little bit hyped up these last couple weeks because they had their biggest show of the freaking year. Their WrestleMania, which is Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
They had that, I think, this week, no? I didn't catch it.
I think it was this past Sunday, yes.
I don't know. The only reason why I was... Jeff, why are animals so close to the microphone? God, this podcast is the most unprofessional podcast on the planet. We were talking about TNA. We were talking about Impact. And a dog just starts yelping. Jumps up on the couch.
Just ran amok through the studio. Oh my god. It was a pack of wild
just
dogs.
Started yelping.
Wild, yipping dogs.
Oh my god.
Are you okay? I
don't know. Maybe we need fucking to go buy lottery tickets and buy ourselves a fucking studio.
We can just put egg crates on the wall, right?
Holy shit.
You know what that was? Laughing at the fact that Allie is evil.
I don't know.
We got attacked by wild demon dogs.
Anyways, the only thing that caught my attention about Impact recently has been that Austin Aries Johnny Impact stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they went into shoot mode where at one point Austin Aries called fucking Johnny Impact's wife fat. And, like, they made a big old deal of it. It was ridiculous. And and they made a big old deal of it. And then they were like, oh, you're fat shaming. And Austin Aries was like, well, fucking Johnny Impact called me short. What about short shaming?
Oh, shit. Austin Aries can't be wrong.
I don't know. But it sounded interesting. It looked interesting. And they even did it to where they did a thing at their Hall of Fame. I guess Impact has a Hall of Fame now? Or
yes.
Or was it the professional? Was it the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame? Or was it the Impact Hall of Fame?
No, it was the Impact Hall of Fame. I believe they inducted Abyss into it.
Yeah, and Abyss was doing a promo there or something, and Austin Aries got a chance to talk, and Austin Aries talked shit. And the whole angle looked pretty cool. I didn't watch it. I wish I would have, but, I didn't have the time. Anyways, speaking of TNA, let's talk about a company that they used to kind of work with. New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New Japan Pro Wrestling. Hey, the first half of the show this time. Wow, moving up.
All I gotta say is, holy shit. As successful as New Japan Pro Wrestling has been, as successful as New Japan Pro Wrestling is right now, as popular as it's becoming over here in the United States, even they can't escape the shittiness of being a big business sometimes.
Uh-oh.
And it seems like they have a couple of new owners or new people that work backstage, and a lot of the wrestlers are incredibly unhappy.
Really?
Yes. I was on Wrestling Inc., and I saw this article by a guy named Nick Hausman, I think his name is, and he summarized a couple of things that were said on the Wrestling Observer Radio with Dave Meltzer on it. Obviously, Dave Meltzer, he's very privy to a lot of information in the industry.
Of course, right?
Yeah, and So this guy summarized some of the stuff that was on there. I'm going to read a bunch of it. It might be a little much, but give me a chance here. Look, so according to Meltzer, there is a lot of unrest. Everyone is unhappy. Apparently, much of the unrest comes from the fact that New Japan Pro Wrestling is under new management. Toy magnate Harold Mage was brought on as the New Japan Pro Wrestling president this past summer. So you have a guy who comes from probably a very successful business, and I'm sure his toy business is incredibly successful. They're calling him a magnate, which means he probably has a lot of money. He probably knows how to do business, but he's not a wrestling guy.
Yeah.
And wrestling is one of those businesses. It's weird. You can't just come from another industry or another business and automatically know how to run it.
It
takes a lot of bumps and bruises, and it takes a lot of experience and time to learn how to be a promoter for professional wrestling. You know, because you're dealing with athletes who aren't really athletes the way you would say a basketball player or NFL guy. You know, and you're dealing with actors at the same time. You're dealing with like Hollywood and sport at the same time.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, anyways, this guy's not a wrestling guy. So anyways, the new management, while excellent businessmen, do not appear to be wrestling people. Before Meiji came into power, the feeling backstage was reportedly that NJPW was doing great. Their business was up, the roster was prideful of their work, and they were making inroads into the U.S. market, which is what we just talked about.
Yeah.
Then, Meltzer went on to note that it's not just Mage or new general manager Michael Craven that have rubbed the roster the wrong way. It's many members of the new management. Many members of the new management. Because when a president comes into a new company and they take over, they slowly start implementing their people. Which is normal. You know, that's what you would do if you go and take over a business like that.
Yeah.
It's out, Jeff.
Uh-oh.
It's out. I'll just leave it at that. It's out. Anyways, continuing. So he went so far as to say that a lot of people that you wouldn't even think about leaving are thinking about it. People who I knew who were considering absolutely staying are questioning that commitment. They don't know what people that might be. But dude, of course, you treat wrestlers like shit.
Yeah.
They're not going to want to work for you. And they might endure it for a while because it's a big show and they probably get a good paycheck out of it. But in the end, in the long run, I don't know how well that's going to work for a company like New Japan Pro Wrestling, who has its highs and it has its lows. WWE has its highs and its lows too, but nowadays, these days, WWE, even at its lows, is still making profit.
Yeah, New Japan just came out of a big low.
Yeah, New Japan came out of a bunch of years of not being talked about.
And like one of the things that made New Japan such a good product was the freedom the wrestlers had to basically do what they wanted.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea that the new management would be so bad. This kind of reminds me of when Jim Herd took over WCW, and he had no prior wrestling experience either.
Right.
He was just the Warner guy.
And everybody fucking hated him.
I mean, Turner guy, excuse me. Yeah, and everybody hated him. He had crazy, stupid ideas like shave Ric Flair's head bald, turn him into Spartacus.
See, and here's some more information about this shit, about how everybody's unhappy. Now you got guys like the Elite getting pissed. Now you got guys like the Elite being pissed. And those guys do bring eyeballs to the fucking product.
Yeah.
Those guys, quite frankly, could probably be given a lot of credit with making New Japan Pro Wrestling popular in the United States.
Yeah, definitely.
You get what I'm saying? So now you got big time names like this getting pissed off. And they're saying that shit's fucked up. That the new regime is treating talent as a factory assembly line as opposed to high level athletes or entertainers. Do you get what I'm saying?
Like that they can just replace them easily.
And they're saying that there's people who never considered WWE, that if they were to get the opportunity now, they might consider WWE. They're not saying who's saying that, but yeah, man. It should be interesting to see what happens within the 2019 coming up. 2019 is going to have to be a big year, you know? And we'll see what happens.
With all this, imagine how crazy the Royal Rumble could be.
I hope oh man, can you imagine? Can you imagine the fucking Royal Rumble if all these people start leaving and start popping up in the WWE? Dear God.
The whole Royal Rumble is just someone brand new to WWE from New Japan.
Yeah, it would be insane. And speaking of Royal Rumble, there's some backstage talk about WrestleMania. Because Royal Rumble is one of the big shows where they keep setting up WrestleMania. Yeah, it's one of
the road to WrestleMania starts.
Exactly, pretty much. It really does start like in October, November. But through WWE's promotional purposes, they make Royal Rumble is pretty much it. So I went to WrestlingInc.com again, and there was this article by a guy named Mark Middleton, and he summarized a bunch of Wrestling Observer newsletter stuff about WrestleMania 35. And here's the crazy part. As of right now, they have no idea who's going to main event WrestleMania. No idea.
As of right now.
As of right now, they have no idea who's going to main event WrestleMania, and usually they know hella months in advance.
Right? They have an idea.
By SummerSlam, it's already like
set.
They have an idea
right?
at least.
Yeah, and like by Survivor Series. It's
So they
set,
don't have any idea who's going to main event WrestleMania. However, one of the ideas was, and I'm going to read this from this article. Current Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair was heavily discussed to be the WrestleMania 35 main event.
Ooh.
Yeah, better than you. That's the women for you. Hey.
All right there, MJF.
That's the women for you. Now they're going to main event WrestleMania. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair main event WrestleMania.
I mean,
and I could see that being a badass feud that needs a giant, main event status to end the feud. I'm sorry, I don't think it should be main event at WrestleMania. I really fucking don't. It should be the heavyweight championship, whichever. It should really be the WWE one,
It should be the WWE championship, but it'll
be the Universal, whatever. It should be the main belt, the way it's always been.
You have to say the belt's name. I know you don't want
the Universal Championship. It sounds like I'm fucking 12 years old when I say Universal.
It
sounds stupid.
You made a cardboard belt and you named it the Universal Championship.
The heavyweight championship sounds better, like
the WWE Championship.
But then if you think about it, what would they call the other one? One of them is the WWE Championship. What would the one on Raw be called?
I mean,
what the hell would you call it?
They call it the Raw and SmackDown Women's and Tag Team titles.
Just put the Raw, the Raw Heavyweight Championship,
the Raw
the
Heavyweight Championship, the SmackDown Heavyweight Championship. I guess. I
don't know. Almost anything's better than Universal. That just sounds so corny.
They're the champion of the WWE universe.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, anyways, that was something that was they thought of. I don't agree with it, but I do feel it could be co-main.
I mean,
it could be co-main event, or it could be it could be one of the WrestleMania storylines that is more emphasized than a lot of them.
It needs to happen. It definitely needs to happen.
Oh, hell yeah.
It better happen.
It was already going to happen when Ronda Rousey was first going to the Performance Center to try stuff out, and they had these promos where it was like, at the time, it was Charlotte Flair and these two other women.
Oh, yeah.
What was it?
That was the Four Horsewomen meeting.
Yeah, the Four Horsewomen, and they met Charlotte Flair and her buddies, and I don't know. It was cool. I like it. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair right now is probably one of my favorite feuds going on in the WWE. So,
yeah, one of the best ones right now. Definitely good leading into the Women's Evolution pay-per-view.
And so they're saying that if they don't go with the Rousey versus Charlotte Flair match as the main event, they're thinking it's going to be something with Roman Reigns in it.
Because he'll still be Universal Champion by that point.
That's what they're saying.
No mention whatsoever of AJ.
Actually, oh my god, dude, no mention whatsoever of AJ Styles. The next couple paragraphs is all about the Shield versus Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. Better than New Japan.
Yeah.
Hey, why is everybody bitching that they keep putting that six-man tag every match? Isn't that what New Japan always does?
Yeah,
6 mans and 6
multiple man tag matches. Why is everybody so mad? I don't know if everybody's mad yet either. I just know we've made an observation.
I know we've had that match a lot. Braun Strowman,
in the last
Ziggler and McIntyre versus the Shield. It's been all of Raw, which I understand that's the main storyline of Raw right now. But dude, it's not tickling my fancy at all.
How come it's literally been a 6-man 3 times in a row? I think now 3.
I don't know.
Mix it up. Make it a tag match. Make it I don't know. Just 2, 4, not 6.
Hey, bud.
Because I'm realizing the Raw results we're going over a little bit. They are mixing it up, Jeff.
Hey, bud. What are you doing? This isn't the Indies. I know you're used to your Indie Japan booking, but it's not that. Okay, I'm sorry. We're selling out arenas. WWE is selling out arenas every week.
Shall we read that meme I found the other day?
Anyways, moving on. Listen to this. On a related note, Vince and the WWE writers have been coming up with weekly material for the current program with Braun Strowman and Raw Tag Team Champions Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre with no end game. It's just gonna go on for a while.
Oh my god, it's gonna go on for that long.
It's probably gonna go on all the way up to WrestleMania.
Yay!
I know, right?
Fuck.
I guess let's go straight to the Raw results.
Yeah.
Which is all
'Cause we're
heavily Shield influenced.
We're already on it right now.
Heavily Shield influenced.
That was a good segue.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So Raw results.
Man, that's weird. I don't know. Okay, so the whole thing about Raw is it's Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, and
Dolph
Ziggler, and they're going up against the Shield, and that's been going on for a while now. I can't get into it, Jeff. I still feel like SmackDown's the better show.
I think I said it a couple weeks ago. I feel like Raw has no stars, and that's really discrediting to those guys.
But why, though? What I don't understand is why, because Dolph Ziggler can fucking wrestle. Drew McIntyre can fucking wrestle. All those guys... A lot of those guys have been in main events lots of times before.
Yeah, we were trying to figure that out earlier.
Because then you flip the coin and then you see like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, all these guys, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on?
And we got the Shield and Braun Strowman.
And the Shield's supposed to be badass. If you think about it, Seth Rollins was fucking Ring of Honor for a long time.
Yeah.
He was their champion. He helped keep it afloat during some of its darkest fucking periods.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose has a lot of indie experience,
CZW.
including for Combat Zone Wrestling, which is something we watch. As violent as that shit make it.
And Roman Reigns was good at football.
And Roman Reigns, hey, fuck you. Roman Reigns is a WWE guy. He's the WWE guy of the group. You know what I'm saying? He's the WWE wrestler.
Yeah.
He wrestles WWE style, and in my opinion, he's pretty good. I like him.
But I don't know.
He's not my favorite wrestler, but I like him.
I don't know why I really can't get behind anything on Raw either. I don't know. I'm just not as interested in Raw as I am SmackDown.
I know. Well, let's get to these results. Here's the results.
Let's start the fun.
Monday Night Raw starts off
Sigh.
with... Monday Night Raw starts off with the Shield.
Sigh.
With the Shield coming out. And they do a whole fucking angle where it's the Shield and Braun Strowman and...
I don't think
Dolph
you
Ziggler
don't got to repeat
and
it all
Drew
again.
McIntyre.
Can we give Dolph's crew a fucking name?
Hey, buddy, they're in a 10,000 seat arena.
Okay, so we'll just keep saying all the names again. Dolph Ziggler and Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre.
The match they ended up having, it ended up being with McIntyre versus Rollins. Ended up being in a singles match. It was obviously very good because they're badass wrestlers. So I don't know why people bitch. They are good wrestlers. They wrestle good. They had a good match. They had a good match. One thing that stood out was they did a belly to belly to the outside. That was pretty freaking cool. It made a big, sickening thud.
Yeah, crazy bump.
There was a bunch of interference going on. Ambrose comes out to nullify the interference. They start pushing that thing where Ambrose might leave the Shield. Kind of thing. Like he's undecided.
Yeah, we sound excited.
Dad, we sound
excited,
we sound like it's last week's podcast. Like. What's going on?
Didn't we already talk about this?
Oh, whoa. Anyways, next thing they had a bunch of DX versus
the Brothers of Destruction.
Brothers of Destruction. I like it. I like that nostalgia. I fucking love the Brothers of Destruction. They still give me that feeling of like, dude, they're powerful and they'll beat the shit out of you. Because remember back in the day, they would beat the shit out of you back in the day. It's interesting. I don't like the whole DX thing. I don't know why just because they're a tag team they have to be DX. But it's interesting. I like it. They're pushing that. Next up, we had the Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins. Their feud's going. As we remember last week, the Bella Twins betrayed Ronda Rousey. So now it's a thing. And last week we were talking about how the only way it would probably work is if they do a shoot, kind of. And they are doing a shoot.
Yeah,
the Bella Twins talked about how, they help build women and showcase women in the WWE. Then Ronda Rousey just comes along and gets all the attention. And Ronda Rousey was pretty much like, hey, I hate to break it to you, but your era was a complete disrespect, for women. The Attitude Era was just disgusting towards women. Trish Stratus barking like a dog, things of that nature. Linda McMahon having to witness Vince McMahon tongue Trish.
Oh my God.
Week after week after week.
Ronda basically just shits in the Bella's bag is what she does. She basically does. That's that promo. Like zip, plop, zip.
That's hella disgusting, dude. What if people are eating right now, man? Anyways.
I hope they're not Randy Orton fans.
Anyways, so it's a lot better than I thought, that Ronda Rousey Bella's thing. I get it. I dig it. I'm not saying the wrestling matches are going to be A grade, but the angle could be entertaining.
Yeah.
The skits.
Yeah.
Next up, more Shield.
More.
Better than you.
More.
Better than you.
The
Better
Hounds
than you.
of Justice.
Ambrose wrestles Ziggler.
Not in full Shield gear, though. Came out in his jeans.
Right.
I love it when he wrestles in his jeans.
Hey, whatever. That's who he is. He's kind of like brawlish. He's like that brawlish guy you meet at a bar. Mm-hmm. Doesn't give a fuck.
And I bet his cell phone goes off while he's recording podcasts because he looks real professional.
Hey, whatever.
In those jeans.
He came from CZW.
He wore wrestling gear in CZW.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he wear? Like, what was it?
He wore kind of like not the.
I can't hear you.
The old AJ Styles style.
The pants? The pants?
Not the pants, the shorts that
gotcha.
That were longer than trunks. I don't know what to call those.
Well, you know what?
I was going to sound stupid trying to explain
I always hate the fact when sometimes wrestlers don't wear wrestling gear.
Yeah,
I do kind of hate that. But with him, I think it goes perfect. I think it goes hella perfect with him. You don't?
I don't.
Wow.
I don't.
I think it goes perfect with his character to the fucking T. Yes, this isn't like, I don't know, I feel like it's bad when like the whole roster is dressed like that.
Yeah.
But here, who else is dressed like that here?
Luke Harper doesn't wear the wife beater and the dirty jeans anymore.
Oh, shit.
He's in that fancy Bludgeon Brothers outfit now, so.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
But I remember when
Ambrose
was rocking that, at least Luke Harper was doing the same thing, so.
Anyways,
from that,
Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. The match was good.
Yeah,
because
really
they're obviously fucking
really good.
Yeah, good wrestlers. I just didn't. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was what it was. Who won the match?
Ziggler.
Ziggler defeated Ambrose
for the
by
World
pinfall.
Cup.
Oh, okay, so this was a World Cup qualifier.
Seth also qualified for the World Cup.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
and that World Cup stuff is actually kind of interesting to me. I enjoy it.
You want to bet money on the winner? I already know he's gonna win.
Do you really, though?
Yeah.
Why, did you hear something, or you're just going based off of your own brains?
Yes, based off of my own brains and also facts. Shall I share them with the folks?
Yeah, go ahead. Who wins it? Who do you think wins it? Out of everybody wait a minute. Has everybody already been announced who's in it?
Yeah, once we cover SmackDown, we'll have the last few in the
Okay,
tournament.
well, who do you think's going to win?
My first question, as a fact, is does Randy Orton have a title right now?
No.
And he qualified for the World Cup?
Yeah.
Randy's going to win.
Whoa. Why do you think that?
Because he's got nothing else going on and they just put him in a tournament. Randy's not going to lose.
Why do you always say that they make Randy Orton win all the time?
It's the Randy Orton solution. Because even when Randy's on the mid-card,
he's still winning every
always
time.
Wins.
I know, isn't it weird? Like, he'll have a big giant program in the main event. Then when he wins, he'll go on and have a little reign for a while. And then when he loses, they'll be like, okay, the fans need a break from you for a little bit. So we're going to put you in the mid-card or opening segments. But yet you're going to go over every single time. Mm-hmm. Like, you're always going to go over no matter how insignificant things are. You're still going to go over.
Yeah, You are always going to win.
Anyways, next up, we had Bobby Lashley in like a squash match. Destroyed the guy. Do you remember who it was, Jeff?
Tyler Breeze.
All right, so it was him versus Tyler Breeze. It was meant to showcase Bobby Lashley. It did showcase Bobby Lashley.
It did.
I enjoy the way they're building him up. It reminds me of the 90s when they would actually have a big guy do that for a while and go beat up a bunch of jobbers and then finally end up in a program with someone that can actually challenge him. Instead of putting him in there right away in a fucking giant storyline, you know? I like Lashley. I'm going to keep following that guy.
Yeah, they're doing good things with him. I was worried at first, but they're doing good things with him.
Next up, we had the women. It was an okay segment for nostalgia reasons or whatnot, but we had Trish and Lita and Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. They had a whole bunch of... They talked smack to each other, you know, back and forth. And I like it. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It's good nostalgia, and Trish obviously knows how to work the mic.
Yeah.
Mickie James knows how to work the mic. Alexa Bliss obviously knows how to work the mic.
Yeah.
Lita's the only one that kind of didn't learn how to work the mic that well, it seems like.
Yeah, you pointed that out when we were watching it earlier, and you're right.
She could never really cut a promo. It's weird.
And I never really, there's definitely no memorable Lita promos in mind.
No, and even when she was with Edge, And she had a lot of TV time, and they were the main event for a good fucking while. Even then, she didn't speak much on the mic.
Yeah, she was just like, I can't.
She'd say like a sentence or two, and then that'd be it.
Yeah, wouldn't be much.
Next up, they had AOP. Came out in a squash. You know, they did their thing. I like them a lot. I like their vicious style. There was a conquistador in there at one point. They obviously thought it was Kurt Angle for whatever reason. Hold on, Jeff. Go down. Scroll down. I'm having trouble reading that.
Okay.
Good job, Jeff.
I'm a little behind.
You're a little behind. You're hella behind.
That's only like the last three things we talked about. The Authors of Pain versus the Conquistador.
Yeah, so they fought the Conquistador. It wasn't. They unmasked him. It was not Kurt Angle. Then, Kurt Angle proceeds to angle slam Baron Corbin on the fucking stage. And, dude, it looked like it kind of hurt Kurt Angle.
Yeah, right?
When that shit landed, like, it looked like it hit Kurt Angle's back pretty fucking hard. The way he got up was pretty slow, and we all have to know that Kurt Angle has had multiple surgeries. Kurt Angle has been in the business for a very long time, and he only knows one speed, and that's 100 miles an hour.
It did not look good. It looked like it hurt.
Dude, it looked like it fucking hurt Kurt Angle. And I understand. He just wants to make shit look good. God fucking bless him. God bless Kurt Angle, dude. I'm always going to be a fan of that guy.
Yeah, God bless Kurt Angle. The American definition of professional wrestler.
Then the main event is next.
Oh.
And it was all the guys that just wrestled. It's like, didn't all these guys just wrestle?
Yeah. Again.
Again. So we have The Shield versus Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre.
Side note, Dean Ambrose comes out in Shield gear this time.
And how the fuck are we not entertained, though? You have the fucking heavyweight champion in this angle. That's the whole point, right? Is we're supposed to be paying attention because the heavyweight championship.
And the Intercontinental Champion.
And the
Tag Team Champions.
All the main belts are all in this one angle.
Yeah, and
you know,
and what the fuck is wrong with us?
I don't know, man, but I think the whole group thing is done. Like, stop doing all these groups all the time. Just go back to having
kind of. I never really got into the Shield as a group.
I never got into the Shield even when they first formed, and they were popular at one point. They were fucking popular, and I was never a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of those guys as singles.
I liked Dean and Seth as heels. Definitely. I mean, that's the first time the Shield broke up, and and they've been back together more times than fucking DX. Then,
and they're not even that. Like, when was the first time the Shield ever formed? Do you remember that?
I think it was in 2012.
See, that's not even that long to make it one of those stables that's like a historic making stable. The Shield.
I mean, yeah.
I guess it is historic making because they got pushed for years, bro.
And on their own they get pushed. And anytime two of them even tag together, they're the fucking Shield again. I think that's it. Like, they just, anytime they're in the fucking room together, it's like, oh, the Shield is here.
I hate how they do that sometimes. Well, anyways, the heels implode. They pretty much start fighting with each other. That's pretty much it. The Shield wins. The Shield wins because the heels can't get along. That's Monday Night Raw, and it wasn't the best in my opinion. And I usually love all these WWE shows. Just that whole Shield thing and Braun Strowman and all that is not. It's not cutting it for me.
I mean, there was some. Excuse me. There was some okay stuff, but I just didn't enjoy this Raw again this week.
So SmackDown 1000 was next, and this time there wasn't a lot of angles. There was maybe 2 or 3 big angles, but the whole show was actually a lot of wrestling matches.
Yeah, good ones.
Yeah, good ones. It was interesting. It was a good wrestling show.
Yeah.
First we had Truth TV.
Oh yay.
Truth TV, and I think it's kind of getting over. Like, pretty good. Like, at one point the whole crowd is chanting Truth TV, Truth TV, Truth TV.
We had to go back a couple times. What are they saying?
They do a lot of dance breaks.
A lot of dance breaks.
Halfway through.
Speaking of which,
halfway through Truth TV, it turns into fucking McMahon TV because Stephanie McMahon comes out, then Shane McMahon comes out, then Vince McMahon comes out. Dude, the whole McMahon family, besides like Triple H, is out there.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
And what else did they do? They were just being wacky. They did like a dance break thing.
Your Lord and Savior, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, gets on the mic and goes, "It's time for a dance break."
Yup, he sure does.
And shakes his booty.
It was weird. But anyways, that was how the show opened up. Next, sick-ass match. AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan versus the Usos. The Usos go over because of miscommunication with Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, which, further heats things up. It seems like they might end up being in a feud.
I hope. I mean,
what happened to Samoa Joe?
I guess that one's done. Okay,
What?
okay. I actually wanted to talk to you about this. I just remembered this now. So, AJ's had awesome feuds with these awesome guys this year. And the endings just kind of seem to just end, it feels like without a good resolution to the conflict. Nakamura, Joe. Now he's on Daniel Bryan.
Oh, right?
Now he's on Daniel Bryan. This is not... I feel like it's not going to end well.
Because I thought the AJ Styles Samoa Joe thing still hadn't hit its peak. I felt like it was it was getting there. It was just
close.
getting there.
It was...
Or maybe we're missing something. Maybe we're missing something, and maybe they're going to bring it back, because there was no Samoa Joe in this whole SmackDown.
Are they gonna put Joe in it with Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles?
Is Joe gonna start being in the main event?
And
the main event
and
TV show?
The three of them are gonna feud for the WWE Championship, and my mind might explode.
That'd be awesome, dude. Can you imagine? Oh my god.
I mean, the fact that it's been AJ as champion and Joe got a shot against him was fucking amazing, and now Daniel Bryan's getting one. Like, my nostalgia feelers are kicking.
I don't know. I think that's awesome. It's just weird. I wonder what happened to Samoa Joe this week. He is not there.
Yeah.
At all on anything.
Yeah, not at all.
Let's hope he doesn't.
SmackDown 1000.
Yeah, let's hope they don't do something stupid with him.
Oh, he opens the door to find nothing on the other side.
Another thing that was pretty cool was Edge was out there, and he had Becky as his guest.
Yeah.
And holy shit, dude, Becky's a shit. Becky's very passionate, and Becky has a chip on her shoulder, and I don't mind it. She came out, like, Edge was asking her questions, and all of a sudden Becky was like, I don't like myself, I love myself, I'm the greatest champion ever. Pretty much talked to Edge like Edge was nothing. And told Edge pretty much, hey man, fuck you, and before you leave, just make sure you don't hurt that little neck of yours going through the ropes again. The whole crowd obviously goes, oh, because we know Edge's career
ended because of that.
Ended probably because of his neck. Horrible neck issues. It was pretty cool, man. Becky Lynch looks like a badass.
Yeah.
She's acting like a badass.
Becky's looking real strong as champion.
All right, the Evolution had a little, like, reunion, I guess you could say.
Yep.
Which is, what the fuck is going on with all these groups? It's like the Shield's back, Evolution's back, Triple H is also doing DX.
Yeah, Triple H just reunited both of his stables in fucking less than a week.
What the fuck, dude? Well, anyways, it was pretty interesting. They all talked about each other. Randy Orton kind of did his own little thing and talked about how Batista's been in fucking the makeup chair too long in Hollywood. Triple H is not on his level. Randy Orton pretty much did a pretty good promo. Randy Orton's being Randy Orton. He's being the crazy Randy Orton that he's being right now. It was pretty awesome. And then they teased the whole Triple H Batista thing, which I'm pretty sure they might wrestle at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think so.
Batista said the one thing Triple H has never done is beat me, which made Triple H go, what? They got face to face, but then they were like, we're just fucking around, just pulling your chain. So they're setting something up.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest with you, I like anything Triple H is in. I'm not going to lie to you. I like Triple H a lot. I've liked him for a lot of years. Since way, way, way back when.
Yeah, back in the good old days.
They had Rey Mysterio versus Nakamura.
Yeah.
On SmackDown.
Right.
That's a badass fucking match.
That's a dream match right
there.
Yeah,
it was a sick match. Hopefully they keep wrestling each other for a while.
It was for the World Cup qualifier. Mysterio qualified.
I think Mysterio went over. And it was for the World Cup qualifier, so I think Mysterio went over, and because Jeff's can't put the fucking results up there professionally.
We were way behind. We accidentally skipped the Evolution reunion. It was before.
But I wasn't doing it in order. I was just talking about it. See, why'd you have to say that? We were just talking about stuff that happened on SmackDown.
That is the order that we have it pulled up on Bleacher Report. That is not my fault, okay?
Okay, well.
It's not unprofessional.
World Cup qualifying match, Rey Mysterio versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Jeff Stoll's not at the results.
Because I know Mysterio won.
Oh my God. Dear Lord.
Won.
Mysterio wins. Great match. That was the end of the show, I think. Was it, Jeff? Nope.
No.
That's right.
Forgot.
The end of the show. Undertaker returns to SmackDown. It was SmackDown 1000. He cuts a promo. That's pretty much how it ends, is with The Undertaker. I mean, you can't be mad at that. Even if it was just a promo, you can't be mad at that. It's the fucking Undertaker. He's a staple there. And he's not there full time anymore. So when you do get to see him, it's not a bad thing.
He's definitely, since the very first brand split, a SmackDown guy. Always.
Now, that was Raw.
That was SmackDown.
And SmackDown. And which means we're going to probably end this show here in a few minutes. However, sorry about that, all that clicking noise. I was messing around with this bottle of Gentleman Jack.
Gentleman Jack. Oh, I was out of beer. I forgot we had booze.
Gentleman Jack. Let's see. Gentleman Jack. Double mellowed Tennessee whiskey. That's what it says. Distilled and bottled by Jack Daniel Distillery. Lynchburg, Tennessee, USA. Well, there you go, buddy. I need to taste that proper 12 whiskey from McGregor.
Yeah, we got to find that.
Anyways, so that's pretty much the results for the week. It wasn't as eventful as you would figure, but they do have some big things coming up, like that trip to Saudi Arabia. They have the women's pay-per-view. They got a bunch of stuff coming up. And, Jeff, your animals are just making so much noise. Look at that. Noise everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen.
We have low cut audio on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most professional podcast on the planet.
And we're not even that drunk this week.
Noise, box noises everywhere, cats, dogs, you name it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the fucking circus, all right?
Welcome to Have Fun at the Circus.
Anyways, before we end this show, there's big fucking news. Big ass fucking news right now. Huge news. And this is the way I wanted to end it. And I'm not joking. Look at your stupid face. Are you ready for it?
Surprise ending.
Guess who's been making his way back to the Indies? David Arquette.
Oh yeah, no, that's not a surprise. It's just fucking sad. Yeah.
David Arquette's trying to get back into wrestling, and they did an interview with him where he was saying that he's trying to get back into it because he feels that his first run was kind of tainted, and he said he didn't even want to win the belt. He felt pressured that he had to do it because the company wanted it that way. I don't know. All I know was that he actually even posted some pictures of him doing a professional wrestling show.
Didn't he do Championship Wrestling from Hollywood? Is that
the show he did?
I think his first one was that. I know I saw that he was going to be there, and I saw him. He's going to be on something else in the next couple weeks.
Here, I'm going to go on pwinsider.com, and they have pictures of it doing it, dude. It was here's one. David Arquette busts a flying frog splash at Canadian wrestling match.
All right.
So I don't know.
In
David
Canada, that definitely wasn't. What's the date?
Look at that! Look at that, dude. It's TMZ covered it. It looks like he jumped pretty freaking high. Look.
What company is that?
They just said it. Canadian wrestling match.
Canadian wrestling match.
That can't be the name of the company.
That can't be the name. We'll
Why
figure
not?
that out later.
Why can't that be the name?
I mean, I don't remember what David Arquette did in the past in WCW other than...
Dude, and there he is with a guy named RJ City discussing being booked all over the world. Or nationwide, should I say. Oh my god, and look what it says here. The match will be featured on the Impact... Jeff. Oh my god, dude. And then you tell me to keep going.
You gotta point out every little noise that's getting cut out by the low-cut audio
I hope it's getting cut out by the low-cut audio, but that was a lot of noise, not the normal noise. Anyways.
Where's the beer cans? That's the normal noise.
The normal noise is...
Everybody's used to hearing the beer cans, right?
I guess.
And the bottles.
Well, anyways, apparently David Arquette's better than you because not only was he champion of WCW, but also... The match will be featured on the Impact One Night Only pay-per-view.
That's what I was going to say. That
So they're
screenshot looks like it's Impact.
Dude, I think it is Impact, and he's going to be on fucking the Impact pay-per-view.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Speaking of Impact, let's end the show with the Impact Hall of Fame alumni.
Okay, wait. Before we get to the... Okay, you know what? Go ahead. You can name some of the people. And first of all, I don't think Impact should have a Hall of Fame. Not to sound fucked up. It's a company that's been around forever. They've obviously worked very hard to stay alive. You know, they've been through their ups and their downs. But they're not big enough. They're not popular enough to have a Hall of Fame. New Japan, I would understand. WWE, obviously, I would understand. But...
Impact's been around for 15 years, 16 years?
That's a long time. Have they been around as long as Ring of Honor? Or has Ring of Honor been around longer?
I think the Ring of Honor might have a year on them.
Really?
I think just...
Probably
maybe,
more. You know
maybe
why?
Not even that. Maybe
you know
months.
why? Because when Loki was doing the X Division in TNA, he had already been in Ring of Honor for like ever, right?
Yeah. Ring of Honor is 2002 at least. But I think TNA is 2002 too. I know these dates. I just don't have them off the top of my head. Anyways, our first inductee in 2012, Sting.
You know, he was there for a while, and he did carry the company for a while as champion. And he was there for like his feud with Jarrett. I don't know. His matches were not the best. They never were, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Sting, but he was there for a while and did help them. Who's next?
2013, Kurt Angle.
Okay.
He
did leave WWE to go to there.
He spent more time in TNA than he did in the WWE.
Are you fucking serious?
I think he spent a year or two more in TNA than he did. So,
wow, dude, that's pretty crazy if that's accurate.
Here's no surprise. I'm surprised he wasn't the first inductee in 2012. 2015, we skip a year. Jeff Jarrett.
Yep. Well, I mean,
King of the Mountain.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I enjoyed some of his work there. I enjoyed the feud he had back in Nashville with Raven. I enjoyed very much that whole love triangle with Kurt Angle and his wife. That got very real. That got super real.
Yeah, obviously.
That got super real. He had a lot of good feuds, but I understand a lot of people never were a big fan of his style. Who's 2015? Another 2015?
Another 2015. I'm laughing at this one. Earl, you damn right I did Hebner.
Wow.
Is for being TNA's senior official.
Is he still there?
I don't think so. I think he's retired. I think.
You think he retired from professional wrestling?
I mean, I know he's not.
Click on his name, open it on a different
now.
window.
I know he's not on Impact now,
I'm sure he's not on Impact, but I wonder if he's still, like, working. Because, dude, he was there forever.
Earl William Hebner.
That's his name, Earl William Hebner.
I like to know wrestling.
First of all, he's 69 years old. Holy shit, dude! Can he even referee still?
Maybe not.
But look, it doesn't say nothing about going on professional wrestling. Jeff, do you know how to use Wikipedia?
No, because I'm noticing he debuted in
now scroll all the way down. Yeah.
1977.
Oh man, debuted in 1977.
Yeah.
That's a career. On September 14th, 2015, Hebner got put into the TNA Hall of Fame. Hold on. My God, Jeff. On November 2017, Hebner and his son Brian had parted ways with Impact Wrestling, but it says nothing about him retiring.
Yeah, so he might.
So for all we know, he's still working companies out there.
He might still screw people over. Who knows?
So go on, keep going.
2016 is Gail Kim.
Ah, hell yeah, dude. She is straight up like a TNA girl that deserves that.
Yeah, and our latest inductee as of last week, as we talked about earlier, 2018 Abyss.
Yeah, Abyss through and through. Come on, like 100% he should be on there.
Yeah, I feel
also,
like...
what the fuck happened? Why didn't WWE take him?
Yeah, they never took him.
They needed a paranormal guy, you know, and things like that.
Big paranormal guy.
He's perfect for it. He played the role perfect. He perfected it in TNA. All those years made it good.
Maybe he didn't want to leave TNA.
I don't fucking know, but it pisses me off. It could be that, but you know what it could be? It could be the fact that he was probably getting paid more in TNA. He was getting more main event slots. Yeah. And in WWE, maybe WWE did hit him up, but you know how WWE is. WWE's like, you're going to get paid this much, and you're going to be developmental first. Mm-hmm. You're not just getting pushed all the way.
Mm-hmm. You're going to have to travel all over the country.
Well, that's crazy.
TNA was just central based, usually in Florida and Nashville, so...
Well, you wanted to end it with the TNA
Hall of Fame,
right?
That was so
but we're not ending
exciting.
it. We're not ending it there because
Yeah,
this is how we're gonna end it.
Because that was a downer.
This is how we're gonna end it, and it's gotta end with this because the king of the world, your God, Randy Orton, has an issue.
No, your God, not
Your
my
God, Randy Orton, has an issue.
Has an issue.
Randy Orton's pissed, and Randy Orton's pissed because he doesn't think he looks right in the new WWE 2K19 game. And I'm not joking around. So, you know what? I'm going to post this on Instagram. Later today, I'm going to post it on Instagram. Because, look, no, for reals. Randy Orton even wrote on Instagram and took the picture of his WWE 2K19 self. And it looks like shit. These people hella fucked up.
Oh, he looks like he smells shit in someone's bag.
And he looks bloated. Like, why does his face look all bloated?
Permanently. Is that an actual
So look what Randy Orton wrote. Look what Randy Orton wrote. He wrote, wow, WWE 2K19, fuck you too.
Damn.
Randy Orton.
Randy being Randy.
He should probably be the best looking one out of the whole fucking game, right?
He's getting kind of old.
Hey, he's getting kind of old, but he's one handsome man still.
Chuck Norris
That's
is
what
a
I
handsome
say.
man. Randy Orton needed to model underwear.
Dude,
and not
guess how
be a
many
part of my
followers
life.
Randy Orton's got on Instagram? We've probably done this
God,
before.
I don't think we've done Randy on. I don't think we've ever done Randy on any of the social media platforms.
Randy Orton has 4.4 million followers.
Oh, fuck.
That's a lot of fucking followers for a WWE wrestler.
Shall we go back and compare it to New Japan?
No, we're not going to do that. That'd be hella fucked up.
That's what we always do.
What? Go back. Let's see.
33
You know
million YouTube subscribers.
You know what I wanna see?
245,000.
Check how many. Wait.
Kenny
we're gonna
Omega.
check how many times. You swear like I hate these people. I don't hate these people.
I
check.
do swear.
Check. Okay. Check how many followers New Japan has on Instagram or Twitter. Real quick.
There's like.
And then I'm gonna bring up a
three-
name real quick that we're gonna compare it to.
Oh fuck me!
No, I
There's
just wanna-
like
I just wanna
three
check something.
different. There's like
Can
three
you
different
please just
New
do it?
Japan Instagrams.
Am I gonna have to do this for
you? In JPW English Official, in JPW 1972, in JPW World Official. Those are all three the New Japan
God. That's why
Instagrams.
New Japan can't even get it right with
they,
social media.
Yeah, okay. Oh, fucking hell.
38,000 followers.
Another loss.
Okay, and
38,000.
38,000 followers is pretty low, but they're not hella big yet.
That's-
They're on their way.
That was English Official. The actual Japanese New Japan one only has 170K. Well, it has 170K.
170,000 is
That's
low.
more.
It's low, but you know what? They're not big yet. They're on their way to get big. They're not all the way big yet.
New Japan World, which is just the network page, basically. 49.4.
Okay, they should have one Instagram
They should have one.
and translate everything and have all those followers be on one.
They should have one. They have multiple platform or multiple versions.
Okay,
on
and
every
now I
platform.
want you to check this person's Instagram to compare
Vince
it to.
McMahon.
No, Stacy Keibler.
Stacy Keibler.
Just do it.
That's relevant.
She is.
To all the young folks listening.
She is
to our
relevant. You know why? Because it
podcast.
was just her birthday, and WWE gave her a shout out. WWE gave a shout out to Stacy Keibler to their 15.6 million followers.
Oh,
Wow, she has lower. No, she has more.
she has more, but
235,000.
I expected it to be millions.
235,000.
For all you youngins out there,
Hey.
Stacy Keibler used to be called Miss Hancock.
Hey, 235K. New Japan who? New Japan who? Anyways,
You want to know how many followers I have on Instagram?
we
422.
should probably end it now because I just can't. I keep looking at this bloated Randy Orton face.
I'm telling you, that's the face he has when he's shitting in someone's bag.
Man,
and
I should
smells
fucking.
it.
I should give that game a shot, huh? 2K19.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think it looks good? In your opinion, you played most of the fucking professional wrestling games.
Yeah, I think it looks very good actually. It's the one I actually want to buy. I'm a little behind on.
Do they have is like that other one where you start off where you can make your own character and start off at the bottom and make your way to the top?
Career mode? I'm not actually sure if this one has career mode yet.
Because that's what I care about the most. I understand that it's cool when they do the whole
Universe mode?
No, not universe mode. They do have a storyline mode where you say you pick Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
And they do skits that happened on WWE television.
Or the what was the thing with Stone Cold and Lesnar, the
Complete failure.
I know. I can't remember what it was called because it's that special thing. But you play as Stone Cold through the Attitude Era and everything. That was really good. I really like that one.
Wow, all these people are leaving comments about Randy Orton's face on SmackDown. On the SmackDown video game.
Oh my God! Find the best one that's funny.
I don't know which was funny, but some guy wrote too much realism for Orton.
Too
Fuck
much
off,
realism
guy.
for Orton. I'm telling you, it's the I smell my own shit in this bag fucking face.
Anyways,
They captured Randy's
Thank you
true
for listening.
essence.
Okay, Jeff, that's it. Thank you for listening to Have Fun on the Indies. Catch us on Twitter at HaveFunOTI, at HaveFunOTI. There you'll catch all of our links to all our social media. Jeff, I hope Randy Orton grabs his cock and just fucking makes you shake his hand.
Makes me shake my hand, Randy.
I hope that happens.
Shake my hand, Randy.